Hello and welcome to Dataczar. Today I'm going to show you how to create a newsletter from your Dataczar website. So first of all, let's go to dataczar.com and we're going to get logged in. So we're already logged in. That takes us to dashboard on the main menu. Let's go full screen. And to create the newsletter, you're going to use the emails button, but quickly we're going to look at the website button. And these are the editing tools. We're not going to be using these today. Those are for editing your website, but we do want to look at our website. So we're going to click on our public preview URL. This is the website that we've been working with here. This is our AAA outdoor scenes, and we have a blog right here. And the blog posts, these are posts that we've made. Bridge to Nowhere, bungee jumping, hiking Vernal in Nevada Falls, Duck Lake, Mammoth, California. So those are our blog posts, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a newsletter out of these blog posts. So every time you create a new blog post, you can create a newsletter. So let's tab back over. Let's go to the emails button. And you'll see that we can create a blank email here, but what we want to do is we want to go to newsletters because we're creating a newsletter out of our blog posts. So we go to newsletters, and then we click on Get Started. And choose a template. I like to use the fluid gray with the light background, this one here on the right. And then there's a drop down here for selecting a feed. We're going to use websites AAA outdoor scene. So use your website feed. That's the feed that you want to use. And it's very simple. You just, at that point, click Create Newsletter. However, at this point here, and this thumbnail will go away once we click off something and click back. So, but what we want to do is we want to edit this. So we're going to click the down arrow and click Edit. And this is how many posts to fetch. So right now we're fetching 2 posts off of our website. Let's go ahead for demonstration purposes, switch it to 3. And then here we're going to go ahead and we're going to add a greeting. So let me just grab something. We're going to go enter and we'll paste it in. So thanks for staying connected with AAA Outdoor Scenes. We know you're busy, so we keep our updates fun and informative. Brief, fun, and informative. Let's go ahead and bump that up to 14 point. So now we have a greeting on our email. And this is on our newsletter, which we're going to now generate an email. But let's go ahead and click Update. So once you click Update, you've created the newsletter. I can click on the newsletter button, or I could click on the back button. I'll click back. And you'll see now we have our email blast. We haven't created one yet. And we have our newsletter. So this is what we call our newsletter generator. Now to create the email, you simply click on the plus sign to create the email. And that's going to take us to email blast when we click on that. So we're going to click the plus sign. And you can see that it picked up our 3 posts here on simple. So if we want to edit this, we can edit it here. But we already did all of our editing. We don't need to do that. This is our from. I'm going to send it from me. It's going to go to my main list. And the subject on the email is going to be Bridge to Nowhere, bungee jump. That sounds like a good subject to me. I'm going to leave it alone. Let's go ahead and test our spam score. So that's processing. And 2.0, that's good. So anything less than 5 is good. So that's very good. And we're going to send ourselves a test email. It's always a good idea to send yourself a test email. And the message was sent. I'm not going to check it right now because we don't want to take the time to do that. But before you send it to your list, always check your test email. And then let's go ahead and schedule a send. So I click on Schedule Send. Then you click on Update Send Date and Time. And then we're going to go ahead and update the send date. Let's do it on Monday. We'll have it schedule it for Monday. And then we'll click Update. And then one last step, make sure after you click update, you click on schedule send. Okay, so now we're on email blast. You can see that we created the newsletter, we created the email from the newsletter, and we have a couple more things we want to look at real quick. Let's look at the preview. This is scheduled to send, it's approved. Let's look at the preview. And when somebody receives the email, it's going to look exactly like this. And then it's going to have your blog post. So when they click on it, they click on read more, it's going to take them to your website. So it takes you to the blog post here. This is our bungee jumping blog post that it took us to, and then they have access to your other blogs too. For example, the Vernal and Nevada Falls blog post. So anyway, let's go ahead and tab back over. And there's one thing I want to point out. Let's go back to emails. The next time that you add a blog post to your website, you can go to the newsletter here. You already have this set up. So if it's a week from now, you have a new blog post, you just click the plus sign, and it's going to fetch the most recent post. So it's going to fetch that new blog post. You just click create, and then now you've created a new one, and it fetched the most recent post. Let's go back to, let's go ahead and save as draft. Go back to emails, and you'll see now that we have two. We have the draft one that we just created. This is if it were a week later, and then we have this one here today. So that's pretty much it. However, let's go to the help site real quick. And if you want some really good information on our featured tutorial videos, this is a good place to go. Go to featured tutorial videos. How to start building your website, 4th edition. It's a really good video to go to. There's how to add a page or a post, how to change the look of your website. You scroll on down, how to make a newsletter. And then this is going to be updated with the new tutorial video that we're doing today. So let's go back to dashboard. And that's it. That's how to create a newsletter from your Dataczar website.